My guy Spirit of Justice brought it up. We won, and every single sports show today still hating on us. You know how it is, man. You know how it be with the Ravens, bro. You know how the media is with us. They never want to give us credit. I was even surprised, my guy Shannon Sharp, who usually, he will give us some credit. And I apologize if you hear the lawnmower in the background. It never fails. Anytime I hit that stream button, lawnmowers come on immediately. My neighbors are just deciding, oh, I think Joe Noobo is streaming right now. Let me start mowing the lawn. So apologies if you can hear that in the background. You probably can. It's not too loud. So what was I saying? Oh, yeah. Okay, so my guy Shannon Sharp, like obviously former Raven. We know what he did for us when he was on the team. But he usually will give Lamar some props. He'll give the guys some props, but he wasn't really giving Lamar any props yet this morning. He was more so saying that I don't believe the Ravens have any chance to win the Super Bowl with Lamar Jackson because he can't throw the ball well enough to win the game, win games in the playoffs. He was basically like saying that type of stuff. And I thought Lamar had a spectacular game, especially in the second half. Now, the first half was a little bit shaky. It was a little bit shaky. He made a couple throws that were not too good. But he also, even in that first half, that dart to Mark Andrews, that was just, you thought it was double covered. It was such a tight window. He still made some nice throws in the first half. Now, there was also that throw that he followed up with where he almost threw an interception right to the linebacker, which has been a problem this season for Lamar. I don't know what it is, but for some reason, he's just struggling to read these linebackers all of a sudden. I don't know if he's just not seeing them or if they're fooling him. He's probably thinking they're going to blitz, and then they end up dropping back. Whatever the case may be, he almost threw a pick to, I believe it was Anthony Walker. He was aiming for Hollywood Brown, but that was a pretty bad throw. But aside from that, didn't have the greatest first half, but I think it was more so the offensive line was just getting dominated in that first half. Some of the play calling wasn't that great, as we already know. We already know what's going on with Greg Roman and stuff. But I thought Lamar had a pretty decent game. That second half was just amazing. He like I mentioned it yesterday, Lamar went into machine mode. And I talked about this after the week 1 game when Lamar he becomes the Terminator, bro. Just every single pass is on point, accurate, where it needs to be. He's just delivering the ball, getting rid of it at the right time, not holding onto the ball too long, scrambling when he needs to, taking off when he needs to, making proper reads. He just went into machine mode in that second half, and you love to see that. I thought he had a really good game, so I want to give him his props that I feel like a lot of people in the media are not giving him his props right now after the performance he had. Let's not forget, this Colts defense is legit, right? This is a legit Colts defense. I don't care what anybody else says. That's a legit team that they got over there. Like I said, Rivers, in my opinion, is holding them back a little bit. But aside from that, they're a good team. They're, in my opinion, definitely a playoff team. I don't know how far they'll go. I could definitely see them surprising maybe a team or two. But that defense is solid. And for us to be able to come out in the second half and just adjust. In the third quarter, this was the difference maker, in my opinion. This quarter right here was the difference maker for the game because we were down 10-7 going into half. Offense was just not doing anything, getting absolutely shut down, stonewalled, couldn't even get past the 50. And then all of a sudden, Lamar comes out and just starts dotting up the Colts, bro, like just making amazing throws. And what I noticed is that the first 3 plays of the third quarter were no huddle. 1st and 10 was a play action fake that ended up being a pass to Willie Snead for 14 yards and a first down. Then again, no huddle, another 1st and 10, pass to Hollywood Brown for 14 yards and a first down. And these were strikes, by the way. And then again, another no huddle, 1st and 10, pass to Willie Snead for 9 yards. So was this Lamar calling these plays, or a lot of people are speculating that maybe Harbaugh took over calling the plays after the half? I don't know if that's the case because when I can't tell you the last time that Harbaugh called plays. Maybe he has, and I'm just not remembering. You guys let me know in the chat. But was Lamar actually coming out here and calling these passing plays that were working so well? Regardless of what it was, I love that shit. That was a great tempo, bro. We need to see more of that. Lamar, he just went into Terminator mode. I'm telling you, just, okay. Oh, he's open. Boop. Oh, he's open. Boop. Oh, he's open. Boop. That's what we need to see from Lamar. We don't need to see him throwing outside the numbers like everybody wants to see, throwing rainbow deep passes. I understand that. That's what you want to see for when you're down. You want to get those big plays. I got it. But we don't need to just be throwing vertical routes and just throwing deep every single time we throw the ball, because if you guys notice, that's what it feels like to me. It just feels like we're just trying to either run the ball or go deep. And that's it. Like, those are the only two things that we're trying to do now. And from what we saw yesterday in the second half, that's the type of passing that I want to see from Lamar. Play action fakes, RPOs, that type of stuff. Keep the defense off balance. Are we going to run the ball or are we going to pass the ball? That's what you need to do.